were perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light.
Athens is the cradle of Western civilization, where democracy and philosophy were born 2,500 years ago. The Parthenon, standing proudly on the Acropolis hill, still has an overwhelming presence. Walking through the stone-paved Plaka district, you can feel layers of history all around you. In the ancient Agora, Socrates and Plato once debated with the citizens. The main sites of central Athens are concentrated within an area of about 2 kilometers square. So if you move efficiently, you can see the main highlights in half a day. By watching this video, you can explore Athens efficiently in just half a day. I will also show an attempt to revive World Heritage ruins into their ancient form with AI. We will also explore the innovation of modern Greek cuisine at a Michelin-starred restaurant. This channel shares travel tips to make the most of short stays. If you find it useful, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. Now, let's begin our journey to Athens together. After taking off from Warsaw, Athens comes into view 2 hours and 40 minutes later. At 1 p.m., we safely land at Athens Eleftherios Venizelos International Airport. After picking up our luggage, we head to the counter for our reserved rental car. At the Alamo counter inside the airport, we show our license and complete the procedure. We head to the parking lot outside the terminal, where the rental car is picked up. We rent a Dacia SUV, a brand under the Renault Group, for 4 days. It takes about 40 minutes by car from the airport to central Athens. Drivers in Greece are calm, so women can also drive with confidence. We park the car in a public parking lot in the city center and walk to the hotel. Our reserved hotel is in central Athens, a 5-minute walk from Monastiraki Square. We arrive at Mosaicon Hotel, where we will be staying. This is a new hotel located in central Athens. The room has a clean interior based on white tones. The toilet and shower are also clean and easy to use. After leaving our luggage in the room, we head to Monastiraki Square, the starting point for Old Town sightseeing. The name Monastiraki Square comes from a small monastery that once stood here. The area is filled with shops and ruins, and is always lively with tourists. First, we head to Hadrian's library, built in the 2nd century next to the square. Hadrian's library was a cultural complex built by the Roman Emperor Hadrian. Here, let's watch an AI video recreating how it looked around the 2nd century. At that time, it had a courtyard surrounded by columns and reading spaces. Today, some columns and walls remain, showing its former scale. After Hadrian's library, we head to the adjacent Roman Agora. The Roman Agora was a commercial market built under Roman rule in the 1st century BCE. At the time, shops lined a square surrounded by colonnades. The entrance is the Gate of Athena Archigetis, dedicated to the goddess Athena. The gate and columns still remain, conveying the urban functions of that time. Our next destination is the highlight of Athens sightseeing, the Acropolis. The Acropolis is the sacred area of ancient Athens, built on top of a hill. After walking uphill for about 5 minutes from the Roman Agora, we reach the Acropolis entrance. Reservations are required, and timed tickets must be purchased online in advance. Next to the entrance, there is a card-friendly vending machine where you can buy water. First, just after entering, we head to the Odeon of Herodes Atticus. The Odeon of Herodes Atticus is an ancient theater on the southern slope of the Acropolis. It was built in the 2nd century by the wealthy Herodes Atticus in memory of his wife. It seats about 5,000 people and is still used as a performance venue today. Next, we head to the Bule Gate at the western entrance of the Acropolis. The Bule Gate is a defensive gate built around the 3rd century. Its name comes from the French archaeologist who excavated it in the 19th century. From the Bule Gate, we head to the Propylaea, the main gate of the sanctuary. The Propylaea is a massive marble gateway built in the 5th century BCE. Construction was halted by war, leaving it in an asymmetrical form that remains today. Even unfinished, it is the most impressive grand entrance of ancient Athens. In front of the Propylaea stands the pedestal of the monument of Agrippa. A bronze 4-horse chariot statue once stood on top of this pedestal. To the right of the Propylaea, you can see the small and elegant temple of Athena Nike. Passing through the Propylaea, the enormous Parthenon suddenly fills your view. The Parthenon is a giant temple completed in the 5th century BCE. It was built by the city-state of Athens to worship its patron goddess Athena. It is about 70 meters long and 31 meters wide, and took about 15 years to build. In ancient times, the upper exterior walls had reliefs of mythological battles and heroic tales. Inside stood a huge statue of the goddess made of gold and ivory. In 1687, it was heavily destroyed by bombardment from the Venetian army. On the southeast side of the Parthenon is the Choragic, which stored bronze offerings. It stored metal objects dedicated to Athena, including captured weapons and ritual implements. The building was lost after the Roman period, and today only rows of foundation stones remain. North of the Parthenon stands the Erechtheion, with its elegant colonnade. It was built at the end of the 5th century BCE to worship Athena and Poseidon. The caryatid maiden columns are replicas, and the originals are in the Acropolis Museum. At the eastern end of the Acropolis, there is a viewpoint where the Greek flag flies. From an elevation of about 156 meters, you can look out over the city of Athens. We go down from the Acropolis hill where the Parthenon stands and head to the Theatre of Dionysus. Looking up from below, you can see that the Acropolis was built on a steep rocky hill. The Theatre of Dionysus is an ancient theatre built in the 6th century BCE. Tragedies were performed here during festivals for Dionysus, the god of wine and theatre. After the Acropolis, we head to the adjacent Acropolis Museum. The Acropolis Museum is an archaeological museum opened in 2009. As a must-see spot in Athens, it welcomes more than 1 million visitors a year. The modern building was designed by architect Bernard Tschumi. It houses about 4,000 exhibits, mainly artifacts excavated on the Acropolis Hill. The highlight here is the original female columns that supported the Erechtheion. Those on the Acropolis today are replicas, and you can see 5 originals up close here. The top floor Parthenon Gallery is one of the museum's highlight exhibition spaces. You can closely view sculptures that once decorated the Parthenon's outer walls and columns. Original sculptures and plaster casts are displayed alternately to recreate the temple's full appearance. Inside the museum, there is a cafe and shop overlooking the Acropolis Hill. Beneath the museum, the remains of ancient Athens discovered during construction spread out. Traces of daily life such as houses, roads, and wells are preserved almost as they were. You can go underground and actually walk through the ruins, feeling the ancient cityscape firsthand. After the museum, we head to Hadrian's Arch and the Temple of Zeus. Hadrian's Arch is a stone gate built by a Roman emperor in the 2nd century. It marked the boundary between ancient Athens and the new city, and remains in good condition today. The Temple of Zeus began construction in the 6th century BCE, but took about 700 years to complete. A huge temple once stood on a vast site measuring 110 meters by 44 meters. Of the 104 giant stone columns that once stood here, only 15 remain today. Next, we head to the Plaka district at the foot of the Acropolis Hill. Plaka is Athens' oldest residential district, inhabited continuously since ancient Greek times. Its streets survived during Ottoman rule, and it remained a place of everyday life after the 19th century. Charming white-walled houses stand side by side next to ancient ruins. Narrow stone-paved alleys continue like a maze, making even a stroll feel full of travel atmosphere. Souvenir shops offer a wide range of ceramics, leather goods, olive oil products, and more. Greek tavernas and cafes line the streets, making it easy to find meals or take a break. It is a tourist area, but also a lived-in neighborhood with a warm atmosphere. Next, we head to the Ancient Agora, the birthplace of Athenian democracy. It is 6:30 p.m., but early summer Athens is still bright. We arrive at the Ancient Agora, the birthplace of democracy that flourished from the 6th century BCE. Political debates, trials, commerce, and all kinds of civic activities took place here. The Temple of Hephaestus was built in the 5th century BCE to worship the god of blacksmiths. It stands on a hill in the Ancient Agora, overlooking the city of Athens. As an almost complete ancient Greek temple, it is among the best preserved in the world. Next, we head to the Odeon of Agrippa, built in the 1st century BCE. Fragments of the giant statues that decorated the entrance still remain in their original place. It was once a grand indoor music hall that could seat about 1,000 people. The building itself has almost collapsed, and today only ruins are scattered in the grass. Next, we head to the Middle Stoa, located at the center of the Ancient Agora. It was once a long colonnaded building busy with merchants, citizens, trade, and social exchange. Today, the building has collapsed, and only foundations and column traces remain scattered in the grass. Next, we head to the Stoa of Attalos, one of the signature buildings of the Ancient Agora. The Stoa of Attalos was donated in the 2nd century BCE by King Attalos II of Pergamon. It was fully reconstructed in the 20th century, and can still be seen almost as it looked in ancient times. Inside, ceramics, sculptures, daily objects, and other items excavated from the Agora are displayed. It contains valuable materials that tell the story of civic life and democracy in ancient Athens. After the Ancient Agora, we head to Agios Eleftherios Church in the Metropolitan Cathedral. From the Ancient Agora, we walk through Adriano Street toward the city center. Adriano Street is one of ancient Athens' main roads, running east-west through the Plaka district. Today, it is a lively street lined with souvenir shops and cafes, and is popular for strolling. We return to Monastiraki Square, where we started, and walk through Pandrasu Street toward the churches. On the way, we stop by a shop and buy souvenirs. The small and charming Agios Eleftherios Church comes into view. This church, built in the 12th century, is one of Athens' oldest Byzantine churches. Next to it stands the Metropolitan Cathedral, the 19th century mother church of Greek Orthodoxy in Athens. Completed in 1862, the cathedral is a solemn building made of white marble and reddish stone. It is a prestigious place where important religious events, including state ceremonies and weddings, are held. Leaving the cathedral, we head to our reserved dinner at the Zillers roof garden. It is one of Athens' leading gastronomic restaurants, awarded 1 Michelin star in 2022. Its greatest appeal is one of Athens' finest locations, facing the Acropolis and the cathedral. It serves modern reinterpretations of traditional Greek cuisine. All ingredients are from Greece, showing a strong commitment to local production and consumption. The wine list focuses only on Greek wines, with a wide variety of labels. The first sparkling wine is Karanika, made from the native Greek varieties Xenomavro and Acertico. Made with the same bottle fermentation as champagne, it is one of Greece's finest sparkling wines. The first dish is an amuse-bouche tart topped with monkfish and caviar. The second dish is an amuse-bouche using shrimp, sea urchin, batarga, and mussels. It is boldly served on real coral, expressing the Sea of Greece. The third dish is an amuse-bouche with wild mushrooms, fresh truffle, and aged cheese from Naxos. Here, we consult the sommelier and order Exokos, a white wine from Thessaly. It is a dry white wine from the 2024 vintage, made by Attalos Winery. The fourth dish is an amuse-bouche of beef tartare sandwiched between crackers. The sun gradually sets, and the cathedral and Acropolis begin to light up. The fifth dish is sourdough bread inspired by Greek tradition. We enjoy it with early harvest extra virgin olive oil and butter. The sixth dish is a vivid plate of red shrimp paired with tomato, bergamot, and kumquat. Here, we order a red wine made from 100% Sinomavro from Nausa in Macedonia. It is a powerful red wine from a renowned region often called the Barolo of Greece. The seventh dish pairs scallop and caviar with an egg and lemon sauce. The sun has completely set, and the illuminated Acropolis looks beautiful. The eighth dish is a delicate plate of white fish with caviar and olives. The ninth dish is the main course of guinea fowl with wild mushrooms and truffle sauce. Finally, we enjoy dessert, and the course comes to an end. Enjoying Michelin-starred cuisine on a rooftop overlooking the Acropolis was a truly unique experience. We leave the restaurant and return to the hotel. On day 2, we will tour the Peloponnese Peninsula by rental car. See you again in the next video.